Hey guys, Roy here at the Fasting Dragon. So this is weekly log number 2. Last week I had talked about how bad my acid reflux was, and it has improved a lot. I mean, I still have days where I'm not really behaving that well, and I can tell because it's like, you know, I try to be good, and then it's like, I just want something a little bit more, and then I eat a little bit too much, and it's like, I can feel that burning coming up. But it is getting better. The medication is starting to kick in better, and so yeah, it's been helping a lot. So let me go ahead and talk about my past week because it's been interesting. I pretty much did recovery, like I said last week, that I wanted to do more recovery type of workouts, and that's what I did. Yeah, so last week I pretty much walked on the treadmill all week for like an hour a day usually, and a couple times I would go outside for a small walk. I think I did a couple of videos earlier this week of that, and I did a little bit of weights, not much. I did just, you know, I would do like 20 to 25 pound weights, and I would try doing a little bit, not to put, because lifting up like that puts so much pressure right through this area. I've been trying to ease back into doing that. So okay, so let me go ahead and talk about my week and kind of go over, you know, some of the things I did. So on September the 16th, I did a TMAD. It was a 20-hour day, 20-hour fast that day I got in. For lunch, I just had popcorn. I had popcorn. I did not feel well last Tuesday, and the popcorn, the salt from the popcorn, kind of, you know, helps me a little bit. I should eat more protein, but you know. But for dinner that night, I had some salmon, and it was really good. On September the 17th, which was last Wednesday, I did an OMAD, and usually my OMADs are usually around 22 hours, and I walked that day. That night we did a pork dish, and this pork dish is great, as you can see in the photo there. It's really, really good. On September the 18th, which was Thursday, I did a 16-hour day in an 8-hour window. I actually walked for an hour and a half that day. I had a soup for lunch, and we had Chinese for dinner. And you can see the interesting photos there, especially my fortune. Last Friday, which was September the 19th, I did an 18-hour day and had a 6-hour window. And we went to this pizza place that's not too far from us called Dewey's, and their pizza is amazing. As you can see there, I had the calzone. It was really good. So on Saturday, which was September the 20th, I did a 17-hour day in a 7-hour window. I had soup for lunch and chicken strips for dinner. I don't exercise on Saturdays. On September the 21st, which was Sunday, I did a 15-hour window. That is the shortest fast I've done since I started fasting. I'm trying to get this acid under control. That's why my times are a lot lower than they have been for a while. And for that day, I did a soup and a bread. I eat a lot of soup. Soup, crackers, and bread are acid reflux fighters. I mean, I eat those, and it's like, bye-bye, goodbye acid. And then, of course, you know, then it goes down, then your acid comes right back up. But it does help. Eating the soup, eating and stuff, it does help. Now, if you do have acid reflux, if you want soup, make sure and let it cool for a little bit. Don't eat it piping hot because that just flares it up. But if you eat it cool, that salt from that and stuff really helps that. Okay, let me continue. So actually on Sunday I skipped dinner because I had overate for lunch, and we actually on Sunday night we made chicken legs, and I didn't eat it. But on Monday, which was September the 22nd, I did a 16-hour day, and that's when we had the chicken legs. So yeah, I skipped it, and then I was like, well, we'll do that for dinner the next day. So that's pretty much how my week went last week. Like I said, pretty much just walking. But yeah, the acid is getting under control, which is making me happy. It just takes a while, as anyone that has acid reflux knows. It takes a while to get that under control. Yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying the weekly vlogs. I love doing this. I love organizing how the weeks go, and it feels more connected to everyone this way rather than what I was doing. I really enjoy it. I really do want to work on my lifestyle towards my eating habits, because I plan on doing intermittent fasting, for the rest of my life. A little bit more about, that. I, last December, I think I had said that, I kind of fell off the rails, and I had gained a bunch of weight back, and I'm starting to get back to that point now where it's like I need to figure this out, because I'm still fasting. I'm still, doing 16-hour fast, an 18-hour fast for now. But I can feel that underneath, and that's why it's like I need to figure out what works best. So accountability helps, and I have a fasting partner, and we talk about, how to best hold ourselves accountable with each other. It helps to be able to have someone to talk to about what works best. And that's where I am now. And she does help. One of the things I recommend to people that are struggling with trying to keep your diet under control like I do, when your window opens, which is to maybe join some groups like on Facebook or one of the social media platforms, because there's a lot of people that are trying to figure this out. I noticed some people they'll do intermittent fasting and keto. I would quit intermittent fasting if I was required to do keto to live. I tried keto diet, and nothing against people that live it. That's wonderful. I'm glad that you figured out what works for you. I hated keto diet. I couldn't stand it. The same with counting calories I talked about. I couldn't stand them. But keto, I know it works. You cut out carbs, you eat cleaner and stuff. But for me, that's, I'm in my mid-40s. I've eaten junk pretty much a lot. So it's like, it's hard to say, man, I'm just going to eat clean chicken or shrimp and no carbs. I don't want that piece of bread. No, I just want this. Give me some salad. That is not me. That will never be me. I won't say, you'll never see me say, hey, that fish is great. I love that fish. What is that? Pie? Nah. Just give me some of them grapes over there. That would never be me. Man, I'd be like, yeah, that salmon's good, but I want a piece of that pie as well. That's just how I am. So, but yeah, I mean, that's just the way my brain's wired. I'm trying to get to a point where it's, it's good. Where I'm trying to get to a point where it feels like I can make at least a halfway good decision on my eating habits, living the intermittent fasting lifestyle, because I want this to work. I want it to last. It is going to last as long as I'm not required to do keto or counting calories, because nothing against people that do it. Good for you. That's not me. I love intermittent fasting because of the freedom it gives me, but that freedom is starting to really be detrimental in a way to me, because I want to be able to get it, I want to rein it in a little bit and say, hey, let's work on finding what works, what you like, in moderation maybe. The problem is I have trouble saying, oh, just eat a little bit. I'm like, ooh, man, that's so good. Let me just continue eating that. Ooh, that looks good too. Let me eat that. So that's kind of where I get to whenever I start eating my foods that I like. And it's like we go out for to eat somewhere, and I'm like, man, this all looks so good. I'm like, a little bit of that, like a buffet or whatever, Even when we go to like regular restaurants, I'll look at the menu. I'm like, what's the worst thing in this menu that I can order? But yeah, so it takes work, and it's going to take me work to be able to figure out how to make this all work. So I guess I'll get ready to wrap this up. I've been kind of going off the rails a little bit here. I need to get it back on track, Roy. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed weekly log number 2. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys the next time.